My name is Mr. Rogers. I am the school counselor at Piggott Elementary School, and I will be your presenter during this session. So hi, I am Mr. Rogers. I'm going to bring you a lesson on how to handle your emotions and your feelings. So oftentimes I get to work with kids on helping them calm down, work through feelings. Today, I'm just going to present something live, a lesson you can work on and use the items that I talk about today to help you. You have to pick what's best for you. So I'm just going to go down a list of items throughout the time together that I usually give or suggest to students, and then we try these out and see what works best. I will also tell you the ones that work well for me. So the first one is deep breathing. Deep breathing is just very controlled, calm breathing to help you get focused back to yourself, to your mind, to your body, and control everything that you are doing. How you do that is you just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Do it 3, 5 times, maybe 10 times, but this is just helping you to kind of redirect your breathing and calm yourself down. Remember, when you control your breathing, then you can control your mind, your heart, and your emotions. So it works like this. You just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. I like to close my eyes when I do this because it helps me focus on the breathing itself. So I just breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So it's as simple as that. You can do for it as long as you need to. But remember, as you're breathing in, think of great things. Think of positive things that help you focus and bring yourself to a calming point. Pause the video here and try it out. Another way is to walk away. So if you're really upset or frustrated, or you're getting to a point where you don't want to be around anymore, take a step back and walk away. Don't run away from the problem. Just take a step back. Come back to it later. You can walk in your house. If you walk outside, make sure you let people know. You can go on a walk with somebody. So walking away at the point when you are really frustrated or upset is a good way to not push any of your energy into something and get really upset or do something that you don't like. The next one is counting slowly. To 5, to 10, 20. Sometimes it's 100 depending on how upset you are or how much feelings are going on with you at that point. So you just count really slowly. I always picture the numbers as I count. 1, picture it, 2, and a lot of times I will combine the walking and the counting together. I will walk and I'll count at the same time. So as I am walking, I will count. Maybe it's steps, but I will still picture the numbers as I am counting, and that helps me not think of anything else other than that. Other suggestions are drawing. If you like to draw, or if you like to create things, try painting or coloring. Writing is a great one. You could write in a journal. You could write stories. You could write letters. You can save the artwork or the writings, or if you don't like them, you can just get rid of them. There's no reason to really get stressed out about that. Just getting it out of you and onto something else is a great way to cope and move forward. Next is exercising. This is my favorite. Running is my favorite, but I also like stretching or working out. This is a good way to release a lot of energy and then feel good about who you are and what you're doing, and it helps you relax after. So that is a good way to, build self-esteem, get out energy, and then come back later to whatever you need to. I always say, when you are exercising, you do one good thing for yourself, and you feel grateful for that, and then you can move on. But this doesn't mean you're running away from your problems. But this is a physical exercise you do when you are feeling like, all right, I'm upset, I just need to exercise, and this is what I'm going to do. Yoga is also very good. It just helps you get calm. It keeps your state of mind clear and your focus when you're doing that. So when you come back from this relaxing exercise, you're ready to go. Next, building and creating. I always say building and creating anything with your hands is excellent. So if you're using Legos or blocks or even playing cards to build things up or create something that's fun and exciting, excellent. If you get frustrated when something falls apart, walk away from it for a little bit, come back, all right? That does happen sometimes. Cooking is good. Cooking is fun in the kitchen. Make sure you have a parent permission, or at least they know you are in there for safety. And also, they need to know what you're doing in there. If you're using their supplies for your house, they don't want to run out and find out that all the eggs are gone or something. So let people know what you're doing when you're cooking. It's a safety concern. Make sure they know that you are in there and cooking and what you're using, and invite them in. It's always fun to do that together. Cleaning and organizing your items are also excellent strategies. Organizing your books, your toys, cleaning out a drawer, your closet, that is also very good, and it is personal to you. Learning that we like to take care of our stuff is important, so it's nice that you get to do that. Usually you don't have anybody else around while you're doing that, so you can just focus on that. And when you're done, you move on about your day, right? And then the last one that I always tell people is to use Play-Doh or clay. So a lot of times I will have Play-Doh in my office, or I'll give it to students so they can work on it. A ball is really good too, to squeeze it, because when you are squeezing it, you're not lashing out at someone or getting upset. So when you do that, it's nice to just hold on to it. So I use crochet balls. Mrs. Rogers always makes me crochet balls. That is her calming, and she loves it, and it is fun for her. But you don't really ever see her getting upset because she's using that. Sometimes she'll make me a ball, and I will use those. Kids love them because when they hold them or squeeze them or throw them, it feels nice, right? Play-Doh is great because it doesn't cost too much. It has a container, smells nice, it has lots of colors, it's easy to store. Yeah, it does smell nice, right? And you can always put it back in there, keep it for later. So if you take care of it, it can last a while. But if you don't have a chance to go to the store, your parents don't want Play-Doh in their house, then there's a way that you can make clay very cheap, very easy, out of items that are in your kitchen. Again, get permission, have them help you, and here's a simple direction and recipe. So I made this one today, and I will just explain what it is. You will need flour, salt, and water. Those are the 3 ingredients. Some people like to add a little bit of oil. I don't. I just keep it very simple. So here's how it works. Whatever you measure for the salt and water is the same, and then you double that with the flour. So if I used a half cup of water and a half cup of salt, those 2 are the same. And then I would double that, so if it's a half cup of those 2, then it's a full cup of flour. So it's a half cup of salt, a half cup of water, and a full 1 cup of flour. You pour them all in, and then the best part is you get to mix it up. You get to use your hands. My hands are a little dirty because I've been working on this one. So I put this together and I mix it up. And then I have a little ball of clay. So this clay is great. It's simple. It's out of a few items in the kitchen, right? Flour, salt, and water. Now if you're allergic to any of these items, then this won't work for you. And you'll have to use some of the other strategies. Or you could use gloves. So there it is, a little ball of clay. It's great because you can hold on to it. You can put it in a bag. You could color it with food coloring. I made one yesterday. I made it blue with food coloring. Again, if you're allergic, use gloves. And I always say, maybe you want to use gloves anyway when you use food coloring, because then your hands will turn that color for a little while. It will come off eventually, but here's one that I made yesterday. It's blue. This just had 2 drops of blue food coloring. And so I mixed it up, and then I put the food coloring in, and I used gloves. That's why my hands aren't blue. They have a little bit of flour and salt on them, but this still works from yesterday. I made it yesterday so you can color it and then shape it. Make items. You could put it in a bag and save it for later. Just play with it. Remember to use it in a good spot. Don't put it in the carpet because it doesn't come off very well. Working on a table is best. So take care of it. Take care of your house. Then make sure that you put it away when you are done. You could also make ornaments. A personal inspirational piece or gifts out of it. Here's one of the ornaments my son made many years back. He made a Pokeball. He was very much into Pokemon. So the way to do this is you just take it, and this was white, and he rolled it out with a rolling pin, and then he used a cookie cutter. You could use cookie cutters to make shapes. Then you take the cutouts and let them dry. You could put it on newspaper and just keep turning it over and over until it's completely dry, and then you can paint them. You can paint them with tempera paint or acrylic paint. Again, get some help with that. You could add glitter to it later. Before you let it dry though, make sure you put a hole in there so then you can add a piece of string if you want to hang it up. But if you want to make a gift such as, a heart or whatever your friends or family members might want, it's a good gift to give. You may also want to create something personal for yourself that will remind you to enjoy your day and be successful. But this is also just a way for you to get a lot of emotions out and have fun. So those are some strategies. Please use them the best you can. Find out what works for you. Remember, the recipe is simple. Half of whatever you use of salt and water is the same, so it could be a half a cup. I always think it's easy to remember. A half a cup of salt and a half a cup of water, and then a full cup of flour. All right? So the flour is always double of what the water and salt are. So use that. Help yourselves. Be safe. Control your feelings. Practice these different strategies, and you just have to see what works best for you. So I wish you the best. Families, we want to make sure you know that Clark County School District has many resources available for you to support you during this time and always. We have community resources to help you in the areas of housing, food, transportation, academic support, social emotional support, and many other areas. A few of these resources are on the screen. Please do not hesitate to contact our counseling department at 702-799-8441 for additional support.